everybody. I'm going to take a little bit of time here to talk about how you can make sure your Canvas pages are 100% accessible to your students. So we use a tool called Panorama, which is a third-party overlay tool that allows you to understand and to some extent correct or remediate problems that might exist in your courses in terms of their accessibility. There's a lot more to talk about in terms of this topic. This video is really going to focus on low-hanging fruit, which has to do with recognizing problems and then remediating using Panorama any Canvas pages that you have, okay? So let's first take a look at what you might see in Canvas. The important thing to note here is that in each module you might have a bunch of different objects. Here's an object from the welcome module. You can tell this is a Canvas page because it has the page icon. You can tell this is a discussion, and you can tell this is an external link. And that this is an external link, and so on. There are other things that you'll be able to see here and glean as you look more carefully at your Canvas courses. But we've got icons that tell you what kind of thing it is. On the left and on the right, there's this panorama icon that looks like a little Vitruvian person inside a triangle or some other shape. If you hover over it, this is going to tell you what the accessibility score is according to Panorama for that page. Okay, so this is telling me that this is 68% accessible. The green Vitruvian person obviously would make sense. This is good, okay? We've got a 100% score and so on. Let's take a look at the pages, all right? When you are looking at your courses for accessibility and you take a look at these icons over here, you'll notice that they're clickable. So if I click on this, what you'll see is the Panorama overlay sort of pop up on your screen for that particular page. On the left-hand side, you'll see the page in web view is what it defaults to. There's also the HTML view, so you can sort of see what's going on behind the scenes, okay? And then on the right-hand side, you will see the accessibility score overall, and then what the problems are, okay, as well. So if I take a look at this page and what the key issue is here, this is a pretty common problem that you'll encounter, and it's because there's either no alternative description, or in this case, the alternate description is the file name, okay? And it shouldn't be that. The alternate description should be an actual description of the image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click View Instance, and what Panorama will do is then sort of zero in on that problem, and you can see here it's this icon over here. It's this envelope icon that doesn't have an alternate description, or rather the alternate description is the file name. So now I'm going to fix the issue. I'm going to click Fix Issue, and you'll see a different panel open up. You can learn more about the problem. You can type alt text here yourself, or you can generate it using AI. So if I generate it, you can see what it's doing here. That makes sense to me. I could also say that this image is decorative because it is, right? This is a decorative image that contains no information that can't otherwise be gleaned through reading the text. This is a header that says contact information. This is an icon that just adds a little zhuzh, okay? So I could say this image is decorative. I'm going to use this alt text because I already put it in there. Now I'm going to select the fix, and you may have more than one problem in your Canvas page. This one only had one problem, so now I can apply it. And what Panorama is going to be doing now is actually altering the HTML of this document. And we can go and take a look at that if you really wanted to, but it's actually altered the nature of this document so that when you copy the course over in the future, you won't have to redo this ever again. So that's basically how you use Panorama. And you'll notice that now it's green, the little icon, the little Panorama icon is green. We are good to go. Let's take a look at maybe one other page. One of the things you'll notice is that the pages are almost always green, okay? And that's because Canvas pages use HTML, and HTML is highly natively accessible to begin with. Okay, so whenever you have an option of uploading a Word document, for instance, or copying that content and pasting it into a Canvas page, you should choose the latter. Paste it into a Canvas page instead of uploading a document, because you can easily remediate in Canvas. You can easily create content that's natively accessible in Canvas instead of having to find the document, remediate it in Microsoft, and then re-upload it to Canvas and so on, which you can do also, but Panorama is better at dealing with Canvas pages, okay, for accessibility. I hope this helped.